Hi, and welcome everybody, and thank you for joining us for this new edition of the Indeed Knowledge series, where we are joined by Deepthy Menon. Deepthy leads the Shifting Narratives and Organizational Learning work at the Urgent Action Fund Asia and the Pacific, which is a rapid response feminist fund that supports the resistance and resilience of women, trans, and non-binary human rights defenders. As a former journalist, Deepthy engaged in the development sector and uses her experience, networks, and skills to support innovative storytelling on feminist learning, movement building, and resourcing. She is an emergent learning enthusiast and is a staunch advocate for shifting unequal power dynamics that exist across international development. And Deepthy, you are currently based in Phnom Penh, Cambodia, as I understand.
That's right. I'm an Indian, but I'm based in Phnom Penh, Cambodia.
Great. Well, it is wonderful to have you with us. Thank you so much. And today we're really going to dive into some of the key topics that you have been bringing forward and innovating in the field, having a conversation that will range across looking at feminist measurement and evaluation, challenges and current approaches to evaluation, narratives and storytelling, and issues of ownership and power when looking at how we make sense of, measure, evaluate, and understand the work that we're doing and how that knowledge is produced, created, and used. Now, Deepthy, we've had a lot of conversations about this in the past, and I'd love to ask you to start us off by diving in with what do you see as some of the current challenges in how we engage with measurement and evaluation today?
Well, Kai, I think the biggest challenge is whose voice is being prioritized and whose stories are being appropriated or misappropriated for towards what end. So, I mean, if you look at the traditional paradigms, the way monitoring, evaluation, and learning, there is hardly accountability spoken about. We normally talk about it with the acronym MEAL, where there is monitoring, evaluation, accountability, and learning. And accountability and learning is not just towards the donors who are offering money for us to be able to carry forward important work in the development sector, but it's also accountability and learning to the communities that we serve. We are committed to serve. That's the vision that most nonprofits have been set up with. But very often, what happens is we work with the communities and then we extract what we want out of that work. Very often, we do not give back to these communities as to what we are harvesting from them. And I think these are all problematic and symptomatic of the patriarchal ways in which the world and the hierarchies have been set up, where the way the money flows is top down and where the accountability also has to flow bottom up. There is no accountability that is passed on, so it's not a two-way street. And this, I think, is the biggest challenge. And we've been talking about it for decades. It's not like this is something that we are coming up with new. But what we are realizing is we need to find new ways of ensuring that communities can speak up, offer them the agency, offer them a seat at the table so that they can talk about what matters to them. And then we figure out collectively what we measure, how we evaluate the work that is being done within these communities, and how do we then shift the ways these stories are told so that it doesn't make the donors who are offering the money alone look like saviors, but